So the next topic is form linking. So I'm just going to create a new form. I'm going to use, let's say, this one. So I just opened one of the data streams. So you see I have a blank form here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select some of the text. Maybe just the vendor. And here on my design layer, I have my vendor information. I'm going to save this as sample 1. Actually, sample form link. I'm also going to create a new form, another blank form, using the same file. But this time I'm going to select different text, maybe these items here. You can see these on my form. So I'm going to say File, Save. I'm just going to call this sample form link part 2. So now, if I open my first form again, so it's sample form link, I open this form. I'm just going to write at the top part 1 so we know it's part 1.
Mine went out on 27th.
And I'm going to go to File, Form Properties. And you'll see that the option here I mentioned quickly before, Link Form Name. This is going to let me choose a form that I want to link to this one. And I'm just going to choose Sample Form Link Part 2. And then there's different link modes. We'll go over link modes in a minute or so. So right now I'm just going to leave it as normal. We're going to say File, Save. What form linking does is basically you have one data stream, and when the spooler application processes that data stream, it's going to use the first form. Let's say it matches the file name like we talked about before. So it's going to use the first form. And when it sees that the form link is set, once it finishes the first form, it's going to then process that same data stream on the second form. So if I say File, Page Setup, I'm going to go to Send To. Let's say Save to File. I'm going to set the first form to do PDF. Say OK. Save. And I can go to File, Form Properties. I could actually click this Edit button to automatically open the second form. So I'm going to click Edit. You can see it opens Part 2. And I'm going to say File, Page Setup. I'm also going to do Save to File here. But instead of PDF, I'm going to do a TIFF. I just want to check my settings. Okay. So my first form is going to save a PDF, and my second form is going to save a TIFF image. I'm just going to move this file to my spooler folder. And I need to remember to refresh my spooler. And I'm going to start my spooler.
No, I'm going to go with this later. Assuming first.
Oops.
Nobody can see that too.
And you can see it chose Alchemy PO sample form link. And that is my mistake. If I go to File, Open, I open Alchemy PO, and I open my text file, you'll notice that it has a form key field here called Alchemy PO, which is something that I should have thought of. What Reform is going to do is it's going to check the form key field first. So since this matched first, it used this form instead of my form. So I'm going to move this just so it doesn't use that form again, and stop and start my spooler again. And here you can see it started sample form link. I'm going to go to my data folder. And you can see I now have a PDF.
I think it's fine. I just want to make sure it's $500 stick.
As well as a TIFF image.
It's kind of like a unspoken thing you should have.
If I zoom in, let's go like this. So here you can see my form created a page for each vendor, and the second form created a page for each vendor as well. So you can see that the first form did a PDF, while the second one created a TIFF. Now the same type of scenario can be done to send documents to different devices. Say, for instance, I want to print a document and archive it at the same time. I would link the two forms in the same way that I just did, but instead of choosing PDF and TIFF, maybe I'll choose PDF and a printer. There's also another option that might even help you more. That's what I'm actually going to cover now. If I go to File, Form Properties, actually I'll open the other form. Well, I'll show you this as well. If I click on Visual Form Link, oh, I have the wrong form open. That's all. I need to open my sample. If I go to Visual Form Link, this will show you all of the forms that you have linked together. So if Part 2 is linked to maybe a Part 3, it would show you that in this list. It also shows you what device it goes to, and any script that you have attached to it. If I say OK, now here we have link mode. Normal is how you see what I just did. You could see it processed the entire data stream on Form 1 because it did. So the data stream contained 2 pages, so it did both of these on Form 1, and then it processed the entire data stream on Form 2. Now if I was to do Collate, it would have worked slightly differently. If there was a break field, it could have did maybe, instead of, let's say you printed 10 purchase orders. If you did normal, it would process all 10 purchase orders on Form 1, and then all 10 purchase orders on Form 2. If you did Collate, it would do purchase order 1 on Form 1, and then purchase order 1 on Form 2, and then purchase order 2 on Form 1, and 2 on Form 2. So this link mode kind of modifies the order that the forms are used with your data stream. The last mode is called Advanced Page. Maybe over our break I'll try and make a sample text file. What Advanced Page does is, let's say you have a purchase order. Say the first page, well, let's say you just have a document. Your first page is a cover page, and the rest of the pages, let's say 5 other pages, are, I don't know, some kind of document. Let's say the first page is a cover page, and the second page and on is, I don't know, a purchase order of some type. What Advanced Page would do, if I chose Advanced Page here, Form 1 would be used on the first page, and then as soon as it gets to the second page of the data stream, it'll load my second form. And then if I don't have any kind of link on the second form, it will actually stay on that form for the rest of the documents. Here you can see what I just covered. Maybe I'll go back a page. Form linking is used to send a document to multiple destinations at the same time. You can also use it to make multiple copies of a document. Sometimes I've seen a document that needs to be, there's like an internal copy, a customer copy, and an archive copy. They all look almost exactly the same, except maybe some text on it is slightly different. Like at the bottom it might say internal copy only. So to do this, one way is to use the scripting, but another way is, if you don't have the scripting plugin registered or installed, is to use form linking. So you basically have one form for each copy. So you would have the first one print internal, the second one could be the customer copy, and the third one could be for archiving. And each form would look identical except for that one piece of text that you could change. So the next slide covers the different types of linking. Like I said, normal will process the text page or the data stream on the first form. Then once the entire data stream is done there, it'll move to the second form and so on. Collate will do them in the order of pages if you have a break field. An Advanced Page will do the documents, like the current page on the first form, and then all the other pages on the second form.